Welcome to Lesson 4 of Intro to Python by STEMEncounters. In this lesson, we'll go over collections and how to use them. Collections are a very unique way of storing information in Python, and you'll probably use them a lot in your programming career. So without further ado, let's get started. The first collection out of our list of collections is ironically called lists. Their syntax looks a little bit like this. So I would do string list. I want to create a string list which holds strings. Our first string, our second string, and our third string. Make sure to take note of the brackets and commas that appear after every item. Additionally, our lists can hold more than just one data type, and they can hold basically any data type. An example of a combination of data types is this. I'll set this to 1 as an int, and this to false. And if I run this, I should not get an error. Additionally, every item in our array, or I keep saying array because I'm a Java person, but every item in our list has a index value. What I mean by this is each item has its own positional value that we can use to call that item. So 1 here starts at 0, second here starts at 1, and this starts at 3. How this whole thing works, how the whole index value thing works, is that it goes by the length of our list shifted 1 to the left, and then like if you think about like a number system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these numbers are shifted to the left 1. So this would be 0, that would be 1, that would be 2, etc. The reason why you need to know this is because when you access a list, you use those index numbers to call the item in the list. So if I wanted to print the first item in our list, we would do print string list, the name of the list, followed by brackets, and then the index number of the item you want to call. So I want to call 1, I'll do 0. Now if I run this, did I type this wrong? I did type it wrong. Okay, there. Yeah, and we would get 1. And if I do 2, 1, if I do 1, I should get second, and if I do 2, I should get false. Additionally, I keep saying additionally, if you want to alter one of the items in the list, you would do the same thing as our access code. So I want to change the 1 into a string because I hate integers. I'll do string list 0, which is the index value of the 1, equals, and then let's do first. And if I run this, I didn't print anything. So now if I print string list 0, instead of it being 1, we get first. Also, we learned loops in the previous episode, if you watched that, and those are a really big part in just printing and like seeing everything in a list. So usually in Python we use lists primarily for that function. Here's how you would do it. If you recall in the previous episode, I'm going to create a for loop. For, let's do x in, and then the name of the list, so string list, colon, and then print x. And what this should do is it should print every value in our list, our altered list. So yeah, I get first, second, and false. The next thing is perhaps the most interesting part of lists. There are a whole slew of functions, and all of them have pretty crucial functions. The functions follow the insert function, the len function, the append function, the extend function, the remove function, the pop function, copy/list, clear and clear. I'll do and clear. Let's move on to using these functions and learning how they work. Starting from the top, the insert function basically just does as the name suggests. It will insert an item into your list. To use it, you just want to write the name of your list, so string list, dot insert, parentheses, and in the parentheses you want to include the index number, so let's do 0, and then the item, let's do third. Now if I run this, if I run string list, if I print it, let me print string list after this. Actually, let me get rid of the array here. Loop print string list. Wait, let me move the loop here. Now if I run this, we should get a third, first, second, and false. Notice how the third took the place of the first that we added, and it shifted everything to the right. The next function is the len function, which will tell us the length of our list. So if I get rid of this, print, I'll just keep it. I like it. All right, if I do print, wait, first off, to access the len function, to use the len function, you want to do len and then the name of your list, which is, for me, string list. Now if I print this, we should get 4 because as seen here, we have 4 items in the list. The next function is the append function, which just adds an item to the end of your list. So to do that, you want to do, I'll remove this, string list.append third, or the name of the item you want to add. I want to add third. So now you'll see that third is no longer here in front of first, but behind false, which is the last, which should be our previous last item. The extend function allows us to combine 2 different lists. Its syntax looks like this: list.extend, and then you want to put the name of your secondary list. So I'll make it string list 2. Hi, bye, and bye. Why not? Alright, and if I add extend and then string list 2, and I run this, this should just become one big string list of all the items from both lists. The remove function allows us to remove a specific item from our list. If you have 2 or more of the same item in your list, the remove function would just simply remove the first instance of the item you want to remove. The syntax of the function looks like this: string list.remove and then the item name. So maybe I want to remove, I don't know, the integer, because I hate integers. If I run this, whoops, okay, hold on. I'll just remove second, I guess. Alright, now if I 4x in string list, print x, you should see that second is completely gone. The pop function will remove the item at a specific index. So let me switch all these back to strings, because it's called string list, but it's not very stringy. Second, third, get rid of that. Okay. Back to the pop function, it'll remove a object at a specific index number. To do the pop function, you simply want to do the name of their list, pop, and then dot pop, and then the index numbers. So I want to get rid of third here, so I'll do 2, since this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. And yeah, it'll completely chop off third. If you don't specify the specific index, the pop function will just remove the last item in your list, which is good to know. The list and copy function are just methods to create copies of our lists. The copy function is typically used like this. You want to create, maybe you need to start with a name, so string list2 equals string list.copy. Don't forget parentheses, and yeah, we should have 2 copies of the string list now. The list function is used like this, list parentheses, and then you want to put the name of the string list, the list you want to copy, so string list in my case, in between the parentheses, and yeah, we should have and this should be another copy of this. They do the same thing, so just pick a favorite and stick with it. The clear function will clear our entire list. So if I do string list.clear, it'll get rid of everything and nothing will print. And that's basically all the important functions. Now let's move on to other types of collections. The second collection that follows lists is a tuples. I kind of struggle with saying this, so just tuples, call it whatever you want. It's you type it like this, tuples. I don't know how you would say that, but yeah. They're basically just lists, but unchangeable after you declare them. So yeah, I would just stick with using lists. To declare a tuple, you just do this. I really don't know how to pronounce this, so my tuple, I'll just say tuple equals, and parentheses, which is kind of different from the lists, and then your items. So 1, 2, 3. I'll do ints for this. Notice the parentheses as I mentioned, and also notice their likeness to lists. They're collections, and they're used the same way as lists, and they can also store combinations, a combination of data types like lists. The next collection is a set. These are just lists, but they're unordered and unindexed. I'm not entirely sure why you would ever want to use these, but they're there if you need them for some reason. To declare these, just do what you would normally do with lists, but replace the brackets with curly brackets. So just do this and this. The last type of collections are dictionaries. These are perhaps the most unusual type of collection, and they are ordered and changeable. They don't allow duplicates, however. And the cool thing about dictionaries is that they have keywords instead of indexes. Here's an example of a dictionary for better understanding. So I will do my dictionary equals, boop, curly brackets, by the way, type 1 colon 1, and then let me just copy and paste these for the sake of time. 1, 2, boop, boop, 2, 2, 3, 3. What's up with this guy? Oh, I forgot. Oh, also you need commas, which is a big thing with these. Here's an example of accessing items in dictionaries. So I would want to do my dictionary, and then the keyword. This is the keyword, by the way. So I want to access the 1. So I'll do type 1. Oh, whoops. What did I do wrong here? Yeah, okay. There we go. Now if I print that, we should get 1. Yeah, okay. And that's basically all there is to collection in this lesson as well. Hopefully you learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Have a good day, and peace.